Mame fa say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can equally leave a comment at the comment section after watching or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277128777. Thank you. Today we bring to you nothing but facts and figures. Facts at the political arena or in the political arena. Please, you cannot afford to mix out. Just stay tuned to the end. Watch and leave your suggestion at the comment section. Your comments are most important to us. Just direct your contribution towards us on our WhatsApp number or drop it at the comment section after watching. Just leave your contribution, no insult, please. Thank you for doing that. God bless us all.
Edudzi tamaklo eye mrenimuni woye MP boss na ye ne ntwetwe enkomo lo me moache
ba kwa mi anopai me chiawo echiefo ene menua ba wo studio anopai no able producer na menua Isaac me chiawo munyina anopai
na won pomu tisɛn
ba kwa me onyankopɔn na dom ye ho ye
enkomo abeto dwa dodo no edibie and the press legal thoughts on that. Sir, nipa be miensa a petition the president. Sir, in respect of the removal of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. One also is a kind, you know, what at the Akoma Council of State. Say one so and so. Now we Council of State dia or Mubuchi at the Koma Enwa. Ma so and now the Krataba Bonting say. All the uttering party rule no say adwuma send second copy or demand copy of the petition na say be a responses be or the ama e bi no say there be constitution no anka sa say mampanisa kan one more chire fama dipa asem no fa no ho no na mum wo say one farmer council of state and obi say the constitution must not be read in only the letter only but with the letter and the spirit. And come at you saying,
yo, but you America crowd, yes.
Kakram will America cra.
And then, but see a bit of constitutional law. Welcome you, said you, the Echo to Ghana, here, no. Said you, a DAC that. Okay, in the 1970s to 80s on now yabenya a new constitution. It's a new constitution now now at that time now the highest court of the land a court of appeal. In the constitution by it creating a new Supreme Court. Now the head of the court of appeal at that time as no CJ at that time, Chief Justice Apalu. But what we did that?
Justice Apalu, yeah.
Fantastic.
There was even a commission because now or chair.
Aha. No, it's Emrana and Kroma, you two and Kroma. Almost the new military regime by an account. Almost a different commissions of inquiry. Into the Chief Justice Apalu. But that are not a high court judge.
You benya the Apollo Commission.
Which will make findings against appointees of Osagifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Now we'll get back to that conversation soon. Into Emra new constitution no ebaya no. Omampenia obaya eye lima. I can say since your new constitution, our constitution as a Supreme Court, no. The head of the judiciary then, Eye Apaluno, said you should go back through the process again to now become the Chief Justice under the new constitution. But what are they? In the Sana Montuno, Eba, Now, say part of the appointment process makes us the Chief Justice must go to Parliament for vetting. Now, that's our time in Liman address. Now, Liman for no, and I want majority in Parliament.
Yes.
In the Chief Justice Apalu essence is CPP for now on my back, no, as Liman and Crow for no. The process no, so may come back to Parliament. Or may use it on a majority in Parliament, idea to me. But that's it.
Yes.
That time, no, there was a young man, now or a lecturer, that was KNUST. Your friend, Dr. Mwakutufu.
Oh, I want any baby quick.
May he so rest in peace.
Yeah.
Into Dr. Amwakutufu, yes, so that be into our courts. Into our courts, Echo Council, since Apalu a Chief Justice Bedano, under the Court of Appeal, no. Now that we have a Supreme Court, no, he's deemed to be the Chief Justice relative to the new constitutional arrangement. Bah, you call na Supreme Court, then court, no can say, your constitution is a living organism. A idea, it's near the pong economy. The issues about the justices, no, and yet them kwana release ahead. In fact, the politics of the day then was that the CPP elements are now they are back as Liman for no. It was a platform to deal with Chief Justice Apalu for the role he played in the commissions of inquiry. But that's just the politics of it. Fast forward, there was also another Chief Justice, Aban. Okay.
Justice Aban, Justice Aban.
And also, now, the most recent, Rafami, Chief Justice Aqua. Now, the Akoba and said, Papa B or Mamuha, very celebrated lawyer, your friend of Bright Equity. Now, or the petition about say, ye Chief Justice Aqua. Petition now, or the comma or Mampiniku for no. The next time, now it was on the front page of some newspaper. All the allegations in the petition, none of that newspaper, no any. It's a blank be a friend of Frank Ajay Chum. But okay.
Mr. Frank Ajay Chum, they are not war multimedia.
Oh, dear later.
Marty.
That blank be a friend of Frank Ajay Chum, Echo Supreme Court. Say, Ghana, and now Yedibu Maya, a 1992 Constitution. No, I have a provision here, Article 146, and I deal with the issues on petitions, removal of Superior Court judges. That provision now applies to the commission, the chairpersons or commissioners of the Electoral Commission. Sraj boss.
Okay.
It applies to the Auditor General. It applies to the Electoral Commission Chair. It applies to NCC. That independent constitutional bodies. No? Okay. That same provision applies. So, the removal process for the justices of the Superior Court, no, the same process you use it if you want to remove EC Chair and the rest. That's what I mean. Now, and what Frank Ajay Chum ready as a me call, you know. And I say, Constitution is say the process for the removal of Chief Justice, no, it must be done in camera. From the Latin word in camera simply means in chambers, hidden, secret. So newspapers no are publishing the details of the petition. No, it makes it unconstitutional. But that's it.
too.
I must say, now, what kind of constitution now? The provision for the removal of superior court judges, it doesn't appear the same way as that of the chief that stands alone. His Lordship Justice Databa was a panel, no, so I can say, since the Chief Justice is first a Justice of the Superior Court, and then later as a Chief Justice, the administrative role and the head of the judiciary, no. The Superior Court judges, no. They apply the same thing to the Chief Justice. Perfect. In Turkey, Franka J. Chum, shoot now, or the Supreme Court, no. Said you. Eventually, the Supreme Court dismissed the application. And the Chief Justice Aqua, the process for his removal, no, and that is what brought Aqua, may his soul rest in peace, that right acquitted. Now, something significant happened. And now, case nearby, you know. So, or your Chief Justice, it's one run as well and panel, and you understand.
I one as well in panel.
I acquitted that the Minoya again. Case where a power. It's not you. It is a whole couple and panel to hear what you are saying, a petition or an issue that matters or borders involves you are. You are likely to put your favorite. In a Supreme Court say, right, yes, well, we see a very interesting issue. But you know, and you're again, because the Chief Justice has statutory and constitutional duty to perform. And so the issue of Nemo Judes, under President Mahama, and I think Richard Nyama was the petitioner. So, then, and so, then we move to the next step, Madame Charlotte say. And that's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Well, and now, Charlotte say, as a mobile. Again, like I told you, the Article 146 provisions, no, it applies mutandis. That's by necessary modifications, no. It applies to the electoral commissioners as well. You see, there's one petition here then, but in the case of those people, no, Chief Justice is involved or play a critical role in some determination. You see, and now, when you buy it, Madame Charlotte said, oh, Oman Teddy, try and develop and make a determination whether a prima facie case has been made about me. You know the special relationship that exists between President Akufo-Addo and Madame Charlotte Osei. They have been friends since the 1990s. In fact, Charlotte Osei graduation, the LLM graduation in Canada, Nanado was there.
Oh, wow.
For the graduation. Yeah, yes. You know, well, like they say, politics is a complex business.
No, just why not down for pa.
So, Otum for you, Madame Lady Juliet, Charlotte said, Omuna, ye mates in the law school. So they have been very close friends.
Wow.
Incidentally, including the law for the petitioners, Masolo Pokwadima. Masolo Okradie, Charlotte is like my sister. But eventually, he became the lawyer for the petitioners who got her removed. Yes, Edudzi, they bring Brakwame.
Dosso.
Yes, so Onama, not Washon. A man's enemy may come from his own family.
Nipa tamfuni ni fearful.
Brakwame.
Besi nipa tamfuni ni fearful. Na enkoma wodi baby out there bedree will be musasa will not be shrouded in procedural impropriety se me a petition etia me no me nya anu ye bi enyi.
No, hold on. That can be step by step. Which one say I'll be jump step. So say yeah, and Charlotte say we me buy. Na not be down to Kufado, Ghana man penny. In fact, at that time, almost said the president was just a conveyor belt.
Okay. And I Yabeka said, or just a conduit.
He's just a conduit. Well, you see the right word.
Okay.
He's just a pipeline. And now, Madame Charlotte said, can you? And your command, the lawyer, sorry, and then your command, Chief Justice then said, Mammy, you say, make it a prima facie determination. Intimacy, that prima facie determination, Mammy can be big a crowd of one na Febio. Manu ye crowd it now, who say. A prima facie case has not been made. But what I say? You know, at that point, you know, you didn't see the necessity of forming even a committee. When the response you deny Edemano.
Okay, I say.
Welcome, our Ghana web. I mean, okay, say. You deny he responded to Yamame Charlotte say, hey, yes, like I always say, tomorrow is pregnant. This was the response of Miaminia region. I just want to quote the portion as reported by Gaswell. That's about it.
Mbacho kotu.
They can out that portion. Now, this is what Eugenie said. Quote, it's quite curious. It is quite curious. But whatever be the case, we certainly will be a wrong forum for the lawyers to be looking for copies of the petition. These are lawyers of Charlotte who wrote to the presidency here. Omampeni unsaka petition. Intimate father. Send me copies of the petition. Nanka, the Saudi Akoma Chief Justice. He said, it is curious. But whatever be the case, we certainly will be a wrong forum for the lawyers to be looking for copies of the petition. Now he continues. Whatever be the case, if you are looking for copies of the petition, they are no longer with us. They are with the Chief Justice. She will even found it wise to set up a committee. So I believe the best place to get a copy of the petition is from the Chief Justice. Unquote.
Wow.
With Nahi response to Charlotte say. Hey! You knew search now and never back. Mumayanke bibi yo. Mumayanke bibi.
Because the enemy man can say, Bible be the meaning, Acts of the Apostles chapter 26. Now I'm the Paul Akojina Agrippa in him.
Now, say Agrippa crowd here. Eventually, you can see on your who appeal. On your who appeal, you know how cry.
Oh, okay.
But what you say?
Me too, pa.
You know how cry. But you know how. You deny in response to Madame Charlotte saying, it is curious, classic Obama presidency say you want a copy of the petition for your removal. Now, who you or can be trusted? Okay. Chief Justice Better Committee comprising 3 Supreme Court judges and 2 civilians. That's non-judges. What are they? And that your constitutional right to be heard that is the forum for that. Hey, how soon do we forget? At that time, Anyoma when you are no, not the lawyer for Asofua, Godfrey Diego Adami, no a deputy attorney general.
Annie.
How soon do we forget ourselves? Or, you see, that's what I say. There is a different set of laws for MPP members and another set of laws for other Ghanaians. How? Look, Mekai, and no Saboro say may removal issues no buy. We now baby Eka one day say, the knowledge I have, which is the personal and unique relationship between Madame Charlotte Osei and Nana Danko Kumadono, I would plead that the president exercise a lot of caution. I remember those days, my MPP friends telling me, oh, Yauntuano. Yakasi Yebeyino, Yebeyino. I say, hey, we need to be careful because we may end up setting a precedent that may harm other people in future. Until there will no. And so, eventually, no, in the say, your mommy, Charlotte say, was removed. Yeah. Now, wouldn't be a course. But I know you said, I am a bar, I can't do me say, oh, ye of one star. Not while wife a star from San Ayadin. And to Mekai, my colleague MPP lawyer, you can't show me that, look, you see, and one now, okay, Riakutu. Bafos Yakutu. Any one sentence. Subsequently, the congregation said President Nkrumah was not happy with judgment that came from the court. So you had into a Manini Chief Justice at that time. So, and now, 1992 Constitution, you can say, let us insulate the judges, protect them, so that the unique role of play, that is, being a check on both the legislature and the executive, they can stand firm and do their work. You see, the law for the removal of superior court judges is the same law for the removal of the Chief Justice. The famous law said we needed to get to the point where a Chief Justice or any Juma will do it fearlessly without fear or favor. To protect you. So I thought there, for the first time, or maybe second or third, we've gotten a president who is also a lawyer. Or no give me effect to this constitutional insulation. Nana those days they didn't care. I mean, sometimes I sit down quietly and say, look, President Akufo-Addo got a glorious opportunity. One, he was a person, I said, you not a near seat. He got to the presidency at a very advanced age, 72 or 70. And such a person, he had very little, but to do it for a good name. Into protecting this independent constitutional body. Sometimes I feel President Akufo-Addo's advisors failed him. His executive assistant was a lawyer. He had an attorney general, Madame Gloria Kufu. He failed the man. or either he was not listening to them. They simply just killed him. Look, and no idea, of course, so that's what I mean. Just even look at the removal of Domelevo. Just look at it. President Akufo-Addo became impulsive. I felt to say it was a glorious opportunity. President Akufo-Addo to say, look, when it comes to the removal of such people, it will not bring on frivolity. The grounds must be so watertight that no air can even pass through. But unfortunately, again, the circumstance under which Madam Charlotte said was removed. Said you one more chrono. When you hear, there's a procurement breaches. Therefore, meanwhile, the Public Procurement Act has a provision on ratification. You can't say to ratify the beer. Now, I just say, why are they not did that? But what you are coming to say, that you man can say, we now approve and some. But my name, no, man, no point, not to ratify. It's in the Public Procurement Act. It's in the proper one, the proper one. Sabi. Say, your Mahama Charlotte say, you make it finding say, with the public money. But not the only grounds we say, why you procurement without approval from the Public Procurement Authority. Nanka, and opportunity will be given her so that the PPA will investigate whatever the issues under Section 80 up to 90 provisions. Nanka, the PPA can ratify it. So we open the Pandora box. That constitutional insulation now, the independent constitutional bodies, no, black army, the bill. Now, tell you, Mr. Vincent Asefua, in an issue a race. And if you decide, say, relief one. Say, Omanpeni, President John Dramani Mahama, and notify Yemame answer or the command Council of States, no. But what you know, or the command Council of States, no, was violating the 1992 Constitution. Wow. First of all, how did you know, say, she was not notified? Now, curiously, the issue narrates on 27th. The same 27th, my Chief Justice actual letter, I command man to me for copy. Curious? Now, sabi. The issue of the removal of Mahama Charlotte say, once again, and now Ocho Krata Koma or Mampeni Classic, Mampeni, Mr. Who, Mamma Who Quine, Lanka, Makamu be me, and Saudi Petition Koma Chief Justice. I've read the Ghana Web Report, the quotation, 18 years in no one can say. There is no such requirement or legal duty placed on the president. Now, the Chief Justice has set in a committee in you will have the opportunity to defend yourself before the committee. So, lo and behold, Chief Justice then has set up the committee comprising His Lordship Justice Benny, Justice Bafesa, may you say rest in peace, Justice Edudzi. So one Supreme Court judge 2 Court of Appeal judges. At that time, not just a smart South, any Edudzi, they were Court of Appeal judges. And now, one Abrampa, then another woman, 5. So Charlotte say, and then the lawyer 4 appeared before this committee and put up their responses, natural justice. How come that suddenly Godfrey Yebu Adami no yet Deputy Attorney General and not standing with now air customer suddenly says that no, President Mahama, you have to notify your mommy. How? How?
Eti enkopim brebe na maame ni behunu boni awaye.
But I say
enkopim brebe na maame ni behunu boni awaye.
Entina constitution ni say omanpeni enfa na na do class say onu dey he just a conveyor belt, he just a conduit pipe. Omanpeni receive there no. And you see, no Kwame, there are issues of integrity involved in this matter. Why do I say so? Omanpeni was receiving the raw petition. You need to protect it. You need to guide it. The secrecy of it. Because if it turns out, say, allegation in your true, why are they? What defaming the panel? It's also, yeah. My Lord Justice Bennett, I'm not Tiger Eye PR. Okay, Tiger Eye.
Tiger Eye, Anna, sorry, me, Anas.
Anna, any report never judge for no buy, you know. Okay, Anas, ni media, ni win or the bar, or yet the friend of premiering. So, okay.
Now, my question. Sabrina no castle to send me at the idea. Adena lawyers no and sue to injunct the process.
When you will be,
Debbie.
When you never pass the Kubako. The Kubako go Supreme Court. Not the lawyer needs something like the enemy. But that day now was in court. No, so procurement breaches, blah blah, those things are not blah 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 blah. The kind Justice Menamagache, Ebisa Sansaladi. Something are you saying that a person who has been found to have breached the Procurement Act is not stated misbehavior? Wow. Wow. I was in court that day. I only said, wow, what a precedent. What a precedent. And that is how our Kukubaku exits now on the call. Supreme Court, that is how it ended. You see, are we changing the rules because today it is President Mahama who is president? Is that the case? That's what I mean. Is that the case? But today it is because Mahama, they cannot do what Akufo-Addo did. Because Nanado is special. Is that the case? Or we never knew today will come. I know President Mahama very well. He's a man I've worked with at very close end. He's a fair-minded person. So when you be a oya ninyoma basa basa, into insa eka petition no. Once not nakachi ankachi mebu before. What's it say? Constitution is there. Many council of state enya inkutanwudi. Persons to the constitution, you know. May decide where the command council of state. Only to the four. Don't cut their name yet. What is so beautiful that for a president to appreciate the limits under the constitution and say, you. With the idea the command council of state for normal to the four by way of consultation. What is beautiful than this? That time, we know cases is here, President Mahama. We go Yema meeting that we go the four. That time, Yema me.
Lo me wa.
Ye mami get to talk on no. President Mahama we bu no for. We bu no for. Consequence say when you council of state enyankutan. That is the only step that he has taken so far. Nothing more. Is that step provided for under the constitution?
Nana wo kan bibi efa eje chumbie no. Na
That is it.
now ko kan bi fa eje chumbie no. Na wantimi mma eyi no CJ no notice before say be of the council of state na on copy o.
What I'm going to repeat one. There's I'm losing you.
I na me say eje chum in the case of eje chumbie no. Now wantimi notify the then CJ no before say e bia sad be kwama mampani no dem council of state.
Even Ajechu, we didn't even get it because in Ajechu the newspapers publish it, which prima facie undermines the secrecy of the process, and that is the matter ended. Now, that idea assembly by so you say, Papa no Justice Derry, or Supreme Court, and this is what Justice Benning said. But see, the entire article 146 is devoted to proceedings leading to the removal of a superior court judge from office. That it must be read as a whole and not in isolated bits. The process begins with the receipt of a petition from the office on account of stated misbehavior, incompetence, or on grounds of inability to perform the functions of the office. What that is? From the moment the president accepts the petition, the process of impeachment has commenced. That's what I mean. That is it. Then Justice Benning proceeds. He says, and that process cannot be truncated.
Na mi ba jo ebedu ebre ben na wonu asem ne fa ne ho no. Ebedu bebe na onu asem ne fa ne ho no ya kan de wa ye property e de a kire no.
In the case of Charlotte Oseno, ono tro komama mpini na na de danko Ekufuado na na deputy attorney general eye Godfred Yebu Adame. And now I'm responding to no Mahama Charlotte Oseno. I think some companies 1 year no on 5 copies of petition no so which provisions of the constitution say so. Not you. The chief justice is setting a committee now. You will have the opportunity to be heard at that place.
Oh, okay, okay.
2018, less than 6 years ago, even the case of forgetfulness. So what the precedent that was set, you go before the 5-member committee. Then the 5-member committee will now decide on you. How come it? So at that committee, you go with your lawyer. No lawyer at the court. Before Justice Benning committee, Justice Benning, Justice Mafosa, Justice Agnes Doji, Abrampa, any one other person. It was Tadio Sori who was the lawyer for Mrs. Charlotte Osei. They appeared. They cross-examined the petitioners. In fact, the petitioners, we need one lawyer. Bruh. Hello, brother.
Me was surprised. Say.
Who do you know the lawyer for the petitioners when the removal of Mahama Charlotte Osei came up?
No. Me refika kra.
Who do you know?
Na me refika kra na enwan ya.
A lawyer must know Pogwajima.
Oh, they're now a rector or law school. No?
Fantastic. In fact, Emra Yemami Ebisa a copy of the petition, you know, proud to the committee. Papa Maswell Opoku Ajman. In fact, in the 2020 election, he was the chair of the NPP Constitutional and Legal Way of the Manifesto. He responded to Madame Charlotte or say, you getting a copy of the petition now will most likely compromise and put fear in the petitioner. Onoye omo lawyer for Onoye omo lawyer. These were the concerns that he raised about finishing Madame Charlotte said a copy of the petition before appearing before the committee set up by the speaker. What has changed? What has changed? What has changed? Mama Yenke be you. That's what I mean. He said, Mama Yenke be you. And look, like I said, President John Mahama, Maye Juma, Amano before, but you're fair-minded. You will ensure that every requirement of the 1992 Constitution would be applied strictly. Where in the Constitution, Bakwame, in the church say, proud to the petition being referred to the Council of State, Senio, proud to that, you must get the involvement of the respondent or the person against whom the petition has been made. The precedent that Akufo-Addo, lawyer Akufo-Addo, SFT and say, when all this thing is done, a committee will be set up. That committee, you can now go there with your lawyer and respond to the allegation. And you see, that committee, if a committee here, it is made up of the majority are judges, so that they will be fair. So it's an adjudication process. It's like a whole trial. But no lawyer for the back, evidence should be taken, and at the end, the decision will be given. Now, have we gotten there? Have we gotten there? How soon have we forgotten the precedent that we all set? How soon? How soon have we forgotten? Has President Mahama done something outside the precedent Akufo-Addo has said? No! Or, let me ask my colleagues, lawyers, my friends in NPP. Has Mahama done something that Akufo-Addo didn't do? Or what Akufo-Addo did was bad? It was bad. Come out and say it. Say, the Akufo-Addo, bad. The Mahama, the man, then we can have a reasonable conversation. And Akufo-Addo, the Akufo-Addo, the Mahama was also line by line. And you no longer trust the process that Akufo-Addo used. You see this life. Also, life is a school. Life is a school. So, President John Dramani Mahama will follow through with the Constitution. You apply the Constitution. You apply it to the letter. You know, President Mahama is a firm believer of the 1992 Constitution. He will not do anything to undermine the constitutional order. Never, ever, ever. No. Also, that because of the 1992 Constitution, so we may be undermining the Constitution. That the Constitution is a minna anopa meda. In fact, when he was taking his oath of office on the 7th of January, okay, he said, I shall bear true faith and allegiance to this Constitution. To this Constitution. And that Constitution is the 1992 Constitution. That's what. We would ensure that whatever the Constitution says will be followed religiously. The Bible I book of my Ghana. The 1992 Constitution.
Thank you for staying tuned. PENDREAM TV really appreciate your time, and once again says, God bless you for the good work you are doing and continue to do for us. To all our cherished new viewers, we urge you to subscribe for more videos, like and also share to your friends on other platforms as well. Share to anybody that is interested or that might love to know what is happening around the globe. And it's good you know what is happening in your country to keep you updated. So just share it with your friends that you know on your contact list. Thank you for doing that for us. God bless you. Nyamin Shramu Nangodi Akpe Oyiwala Don Tanungboshi.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.